Hi guys, I am actually going to start a video blog. My name is Connie. I have bipolar disorder. I was diagnosed, I'm 40, well about to be 46, but I was not diagnosed with it until 40. I had been mixed diagnosed since the age of 17 with severe depression disorder, which if anybody knows, just being on an antidepressant really messes you up. Will throw you into mania like there is no other. So, anyway, one of my friends said, or asked me to do this because she feels that I'm pretty smart. I'm pretty well educated on, what to do, what not to do, that type of deal. I'm very insightful to my bipolar. And so basically it's kind of to give some information that maybe you didn't have, to support you, to let you know you're not alone. I have no problems, interacting with anybody, messaging, Facebooking, texting. I'm not much of a phone talker, even though I talk a lot. Maybe that's why. Anyway, so I have 3 kids. I have a boy that's in the Marine Corps, and he is 23. I have another son who is in the Army, stationed in Germany, and he is 26. And then I have a daughter who's 28. As far as my kids go, my youngest son, he gets it. He understands, and he tries to educate himself, or he's understanding, should I say? He doesn't really understand. My middle son, him and I lost our relationship for a long time, because of something I said during one of my bipolar things, and he there's not much on I'm sorry's, and he doesn't much get it either. My daughter seems to think it's all about you're not taking your medicine right, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. She doesn't quite realize that you could be on medication and still get sick. That medication, they trying to balance you out, but it doesn't always help. So anyway, that's her. I had a psychotic episode for the first time ever, a violent one at that, and I'm not a violent person, which was really scary, but she was here during that. So I think she started asking questions to people, and I think it kind of opened her eyes to what could happen, or what does happen, and also, like I said, medicine is not the end-all be-all. It's not curing anyone. It's just, the point is to try to help us function as normally as possible. Speaking of, I was in the hospital on October, wait a minute, it was November 8th or 9th. I just woke up, called my sister, said I need help, and the next 3 days, gone. Don't remember anything. Since I have been out of the hospital, that happens to me a lot. I get up and leave and don't even know where I've gone. The only way that I can track it even is if I've gone to a store and I have a receipt, which is normally where I guess I'm going. I've gone to my doctor's, taken my night medicines, and just up and left. Don't know why. Don't know where I go. End up at home, but if I leave my daughter's at 6, I will be home by 6:15. So if I don't get home until 8 or 9, obviously I'm doing something. I just don't remember what it is. So anyway, so that's kind of where I'm at right now, and my anxiety level is super duper high. And I have no motivation to do much of anything. So, yeah, that's me. But like I said, I don't make it a secret that I'm bipolar. I'm not ashamed of it. There's kind of no reason to. People have cancer, are not ashamed. People who have other diseases aren't ashamed, heart conditions, whatever. This is really no different. The only thing people can't see it. I mean, you can see it, and you can see it by what people say and what people do, the way they look, that kind of thing, in their actions, but you can't see it. So we know how people are. If they can't see something, it kind of don't exist. So, I will not be the kind that grabs a book out. You won't see me do that. I pretty much have educated myself, and if I cannot say something without looking it up in a book, we have a problem, because this is a disease I fight every day, or disorder that I fight every day. I should know this. I should know about it forward, backward, and sideways without grabbing a book. But anyway, that's just kind of my background, where I'm at right now. And what I will say is this. You need to learn insight about your bipolar, what your triggers are, if you can. Sometimes there are no triggers. Sometimes you just get however you get. So, but there's a couple things I do that help me. Maybe it'll help you, maybe it won't. Maybe you don't want to do it. Maybe you don't really care to have any insight in it. I mean, a lot of people do that. They prefer to be, in the dark. I don't think that's the answer, and I don't think you'll ever get better if you do that. But anyway, what I do is two things. I keep a journal. This is my personal journal. Nobody reads this. Nobody goes into it. And if I find out they did, it's another story. Because I put all the things in here that I'm trying not to come out of my mouth. Because I don't want to apologize for what comes out of my mouth. I mean, right now I'm going through sensitivity. So anything anybody says, they just cut me to the bone over nothing. I understand that. So I tell them I can't be around you. I can't talk to you, because if I do, I don't want to hurt you. I don't want you hurt over something that is a disorder that I'm fighting with. So anyway, any book, it doesn't matter. Mine's kind of fancy smeezy, but it doesn't have to be. It can be a notebook, a regular notebook. But just write down how you're feeling, anything that's made you mad that day, people who made you mad, things you're thinking, poetry, whatever. Put it all in here. And then what I do is I go back at the end of the week, and I read through it. And I look, okay, is there anything similar that's happening here? This happened, and then I started getting depressed. Or, what are the triggers? That kind of thing. You get the picture. And then another thing I do, and I do this for my psychiatrist and my psychologist. That way I can just take it to them. I don't have to tell them everything. And you can find these online. And you just have to find daily mood charts. So here's one of them. It's just kind of more colorful than the other. But it's going to ask you what your meds are, how you're feeling, rate them, that kind of thing. And it goes down. And then that's it. You do one of these every day. I don't really like an everyday thing, other than I write little notes in my other book that I keep for my psychologist. I think daily, like this, 1 page every day, is a bit much. I'm not much for killing more trees. This is the one that I use. It's by Beam, and once again, you can get it online and print it out. So anyway, here's your front page, and it's a whole month. So it asks you, if your mood's elevated or what's the word? I can't see backwards. Normal or depressed. And then you rate it. From 1 to 3. And then you have your anxiety, and then it asks you about work. Is it so debilitating that you can't work? And then your meds go here, and then you're going to check that you took your meds. If you didn't, be honest and don't check it. And then it has a page like this. Now, I put several of these on there. And basically, I just write my anxieties, whatever. I don't want to go anywhere. Somebody made me mad. But I don't go too in depth about how somebody else made me feel. because that's like a psychologist thing, and if I take this to my psychiatrist, he's not really interested in that. He's one of those guys that goes, talk to a therapist. But anyway, it's, you know, you kind of get an insight. But now this I don't use. I don't go back to it, ever. Because like I said, I use this for my psychiatrist. It's not really in depth. It's just more my feelings, what's going on, how I'm eating, how I'm not eating, how I'm sleeping, or if I'm not sleeping, or that kind of thing. Because that way they can look at it, or your therapist, well, is the one that's going to look at it, can look at it and kind of see, okay, we're having a really big problem in this area, and talk to the doctor about it. Because as patients, especially mental health patients, we kind of don't always say everything. I know me, I forget. My memory sucks right now. I don't remember anything. I'm losing time, so it's like, you know, if you have these problems, you know. So I write it down, and like I said, that will be better for them. But like I said, the two journals are the moon tracker and the journal is two totally different things for two totally different reasons. There is also, if you would rather have an app and do it, which is really cool, and it will print you out a report. Hold on. Oh, let me find it. It is called Wellness Tracker, and that's what it looks like. It is a free app. It does your health, everything. As you're sleeping, you're restless, everything. So it goes from what your diet is to exercise to all of that, and it will print off a report at the end of the month. So it, like I said, it's really cool. It's more detailed than these other two. I guess the only downside is, you know, I guess you can log on online and get everything, but it's not like you can take this and say, here, you know, check it out to your therapist. You can't do that. But regardless, it's, once again, it could be just an insightful thing for you to understand what's really going on with you. Try to see patterns. Maybe there's certain dates. Maybe a certain time of the month that you do it. And I don't mean just for women. I mean anybody in general. But, yeah. So, I guess mainly I'll just leave it this way because this is a last minute thing. My friend said I should do it. And so I'm going to do it and see how it works. If nobody responds, then I guess I won't do any more. But, you know, just, I guess my main thing right now is just be honest with your family, your doctors, and especially with your families. Let them know when the doctor changes your meds. Let the doctor, you know, let your family know every step of the way. Because they're on the outside looking in. So they're going to notice things quicker than we are. So having them somewhat involved, whether they believe you have the disorder, whether they believe you're, you know, just trying to get attention, no matter what it is that they believe, you can still give them that information. And if they help you, that's wonderful. And if they don't, they should be ashamed of themselves. But anyway, so yeah, tell them the medications you're taking, when they change medications, and ask them, you know, if you start seeing anything out the way, let me know. Because they'll see it before we will. So anyway, so that's it. Just be open and honest. And, you know, try to, I know they say don't look back, but really you do have to look back. You have to look back to not do the thing, to change things in the future for yourself. We do. So anyway, that's all I got to say today. If anybody wants me to talk about anything, a specific subject, or have any questions, just let me know. I can go through it. If I don't know it, I will research it. Because the next one, I think I'm going to go over medications. Kind of what I've been on. Things that concern me about other medications I've not necessarily been on. And kind of things that I think as mental health patients kind of don't do right. So anyway, that's it. I will talk to you later, and you guys have a wonderful day, and many blessings. Bye-bye.